Well, we got some news.
Oh, I love news.
Bree's not here, but we still got news.
We got news.
All right, let's do it.
Wait a minute, I got to buckle up for this.
Okay.
Okay, here we go.
All right. There you go. Ready?
I'm still ready.
Whoosh, bum, 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 bum.
Okay, guys, it's Bree with your news.
Hey, Bree.
Not gonna lie, haven't ate all day, and I'm already half a pint into a margarita. So I'm about to bring you Bree's drunken news. So let's do this. All right. First things first on the list, we have our weekly suicide update. From Ghislaine Maxwell, our favorite little hooker. So this week she had all of the well, she didn't. I would say the public did. But all the documents were unsealed, which are 800 pages. So if you've got nothing better to do, feel free to read up on it. But basically the victims that are involved in the case have claimed that Prince Andrew, another prince, and a large hotel owner were some of the people that came to Pleasure Island and Bill Clinton, because what's a week of news without one of the Clintons being referenced, that he was apparently there too. He is of course denying that, but anything you read in these papers that refer to a massage was actually an erotic encounter, so keep that in mind. And since we love conspiracy theories, this week's conspiracy theory comes from QAnon, which is super popular out there, that says that there is a celebrity sex trafficking ring that continues on between this Epstein thing and all that other stuff. But people like Ellen, Oprah, and Chrissy Teigen are all on the flight logs for Jeffrey Epstein to the island. And the rumor is that they are currently on house arrest wearing ankle monitors. Of course, the most reliable news source is Facebook, and all the people that they pay to make up bullshit. So they, of course, all say that this is not true and are going to report all your posts and put you in Facebook jail if you try and say otherwise. Moving on, good old President Trump.
Moving on.
He's not going to win some votes with the younger generation this week. No. So you've probably heard of something called TikTok. Me personally, I think it's the dumbest fucking thing on the planet, but that's okay. My opinion doesn't matter. But basically, it's just another social media platform where you get to upload a 60-second video of doing whatever the fuck you want. And people apparently get tons of views, make lots of money, and so here we are. Well, needless to say, Trump's over it, and he's decided to ban TikTok, which prevents someone like Microsoft, who's looking into buying the Chinese-owned platform. Trump says it's a danger to national security. The app has 315 million downloads, and he fears that the data of the US users will go straight to the Chinese government, where TikTok is saying, no, one of your biggest investors is an American, so we're not going to do that, but what do we know at this point? So if you've got TikTok, enjoy it, because it may not last long, and truthfully, I'm really over seeing teenagers dance really crappily on the internet and get fans and get paid for it. But moving on again, good old SpaceX, if you remember, took off a couple months ago into space. Well, yesterday, Sunday, the crew landed Yes, they did a water landing off the coast of Florida. They were gone for 62 days, made 1,024 revolutions around Earth, and truthfully, I feel bad for them that they are back, because even 62 days later, the world seems like a complete shit show. But welcome back, guys. And last but not least, my favorite subject. If you follow me, if you know me, whatever. Unfortunately, if you date me, you also know this. My favorite subject, the Bachelor and Bachelorette franchise. Well, guess what, guys? Bree's Bachelorette update is here and starting this week. So if you are a Bachelorette or Bachelor fan, follow the franchise, then you know that before quarantine and the pandemic started, that there was a huge uproar over the new Bachelorette, Claire Crawley. First of all, most people didn't really care that she was going to be the Bachelorette. She was also like the oldest picked Bachelorette, which is cool. Like, I would prefer to see like someone older than these like 21-year-olds who have been waiting their whole life to find true love. But the thing was, is she wasn't really like that great of a, option anyway. So people were pissed off. Well, here we are. They started filming the season, and then the pandemic hit, so they had to cut filming. Well, now that things have kind of settled down, they took everyone that's supposed to be on the show, sent them to California, quarantined them for 2 weeks at a hotel, and then started filming. Because they're like, hey, if we just put you together for 2 weeks, you can get immune to corona or whatever, or everybody gets it at the same time, then we can continue filming, because that's Hollywood. But needless to say, Claire started filming, and as of this week, the rumor is from some reliable reality news TV sources that she's quit the show because she's apparently found love in 12 days. Good for you, Claire. It's a bunch of bullshit. It's not going to last, but best of luck. So the report is that she's fallen in love with the dude that got her first impression rose, which his name is Dale Moss. But they say that it's possible that, they started filming and then they went to quarantine for 4 months. So she was in contact with him for 4 months. So really she didn't have 12 days, but 4 months of communication. But needless to say, after 12 official days of filming, she's called it quits as a Bachelorette, and she's basically found the one. So rumor is now your new Bachelorette is Tayshia Adams, which she was originally on Colton's season, if you remember the good old virgin storyline. She also ended up on Bachelor in Paradise, where she walked off into the sunset with none other than John Paul Jones, because JPJ is, everyone's favorite name to say. But she is officially, well, I wouldn't say officially, but rumored to be the second Black lead of the Bachelorette franchise. So that's all I got for y'all this week. So I hope you guys are ready to continue the shit show. Sorry I couldn't be in studio, but I'm just going to continue to drink my margs from home. And back to you, DC.
Excuse me.
Well, I'm glad she sent it back to me, because
Yeah.
she would be real disappointed if I didn't do my addition to her news segment.
Yeah.
So I found this article about this Ohio man who was left on the brink of death after contracting COVID-19.
Yeah.
Has had a miraculous recovery,
Yeah.
and it was reported in the Springfield Herald. So James O'Keefe, he's 53 years old, was volunteering at a local animal shelter when he contracted the coronavirus during an alleged sexual interaction with one of the animals.
Oh, that's gross.
Yeah. O'Keefe claims he was totally unaware at the time that domestic pets such as cats and dogs could actually transmit the virus, and hopes to warn others not to walk in his footsteps. No worries. He said that I want the word to get out that having sex with domestic pets during the coronavirus pandemic could have dramatic consequences for your health and that of your loved ones. James O'Keefe warned reporters. I've always been fond of animals, but I think this time it went a little too far, a remorseful O'Keefe told reporters in tears. O'Keefe claims that he has been depressed for several years since his girlfriend left him back in 2012, and that this has led him to unleash his sexual fantasies on animals at the shelter.
Oh, that's sick.
If I can only save one life by sharing my story and help people refrain from having sex with their domestic pets, at least until the pandemic is over. What?
I think he just wanted his 15 minutes of fame.
I think so too.
Pervert.
It will all have been worth it, he says. Bestiality is not a crime in the state of Ohio, and James O'Keefe does not face any criminal charges at this time. But all 230 animals at the shelter where O'Keefe worked as a volunteer and allegedly contracted the virus have been euthanized for public safety, according to the authorities.
So see what he did.
Yeah. I had a photo of him.
He needs something cut off.
Let's see.
Have it removed.
Oh, here he is. Here he is. There he is.
Oh.
Yeah.
Put some makeup on him, and he looks like that girl from that one show. She had the big Mimi. It was a sitcom. I forgot. Yeah, it looks like that one.
I've never seen anything that looks like that, actually.
No, that looks like that.
Wow.
Drew Carey show.
Yeah.
That woman.
Mm.
Actually, she looks better. Yeah, that's just.
Well, you know what it's time for?
No, what's it time for?
Because I'm ready to move on after that story.
I'd rather just.
All right, see you guys. Bye. Next, doing it for 4 hours. 6 seconds to do it. You couldn't get to the door in 6 seconds. Well, it wasn't me.